Alright guys, went back today with an absolute game changer in the Prism optic world. A magnifier that sits in front of the optic rather than behind, specifically designed for Prism optics, and that is the brand new Monstrum Tactical Ghost 2X Forward Magnifier. This is an interesting option that really dramatically just shifts the way I view Prism optics, and I'm super excited to get this out to the channel to try. To my knowledge, this is a first of its kind and really has blown me away at the quality and performance down at the range. You'll want to stay tuned for this review because it is freaking awesome. Before we get too far into it, I do want to give a huge shout out to Callaway Ballistics for donating the 9mm to help make this video. Without their support, it'd be very difficult. They did massive price drops, and they've got the code 704TACTICAL for 5% off and free shipping on orders over $200. Now let's dig back into this Prism optic. The cool thing about Monstrum Tactical is they're forward thinking, pun intended. These guys are always coming up with or visualizing problems and then coming up with solutions to address those problems. And they actually read your comments in a lot of the videos I post. And one of the biggest comments they see in their Prism optic videos is people with astigmatism or another reason will purchase a Prism optic and then decide they want a flip-to-side magnifier very similar to a red dot setup, but it just doesn't work out well. Prism optics sometimes have limited eye relief or very specific eye relief, or there's not a lot of room behind the optic because of the eye relief and the way it's mounted. They have developed a forward-facing flip-to-side magnifier that works for all intensive purposes as a traditional flip-to-side magnifier. This one just sits in front of the optic. Now, I started this test utilizing some of their 1X Prism optics. If you are looking for a solid Prism optic for the money, especially sub $100, there's no better Prism optic under $100 than Monstrum Tactical. Hands down, they take the cake. They've got 1X, 1.5, 3X, and 5X, all available in a wide variety of configurations, even some with shake-away technologies available on their site. They've got deep discounts and sales, as well as a Friday deals page and a closeout page, as well as an open box page. So you will be able to find Prism optics for affordable prices. All of that information will be in the description below if you're looking for one of those. But not only does this Prism optic or this magnifier work with Monstrum Tactical Prism optics, it works with a wide variety of other ones, including this primary arms, and that's where it ended up. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a later part of this video, but let's talk about the specs and features. The optic comes in at $90, which is a steal of a deal considering what this does and its uniqueness on the market. The other cool thing, though, is they've included a coupon code, which I'll leave in the description below, as well as all the information of where to get this, for about 25% off, dropping the price to about $68, and they also have free shipping options. Inside the box, you get the magnifier and the flip-to-side mount, but you also get spacers, 2 different ones, and a wide variety of screws to help you mount this and set it up to the specific level that your optic is sitting on, and it lines up perfectly with the Monstrum Tactical ones and the primary arms ones, as well as a few others, so it works out great. This is an unlimited eye relief optics setup, meaning whatever you have eye relief restrictions on your Prism optic, you're not going to confine that anymore. Since it sits in front, the eye relief is determined by your optic, not your magnifier. Reverse that, when you generally put a magnifier behind a red dot, you take that eye box and eye relief and you dramatically shrink it down, causing a lot of issues. This one does not do that. One thing to note, though, and there is a card inside their box, is you do have to sight in this magnifier since it's in front of the optic, but you sight it in the same way you sight in the optic. First, get your optic sighted in, mount this up, and then you sight it in like a traditional red dot using the caps, and then you're good to go. You can flip it to the side, take out your targets close up, flip it in for that 2x magnifications for shooting shots at a distance, and it works out perfectly. The other cool thing is it locks up rock solid with no issues whatsoever, and there's no button to push, so you simply flip it out of the way, take your shots, and flip it back. But it's a very strong detent, so you can see it's not going to fall over or flip to the side, even if you're shaking it or bopping it around. Again, same with if it's folded. Even though I'm shaking it around, it's not going to flip over until you're ready to flip it over. It's built incredibly solid. It did not shift zero or walk loose over time. And again, all of the hardware and spacers are in the box to raise it up or lower it to match the height of your prism. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, just close enough, and everything fills in nicely. And you can see the way it's lined up and channeled. It actually goes a little bit further here because a lot of prism optics are shifted back. This just happens to be a primary arms one. They also have a series of Ghost and a few other magnifiers available again for very affordable prices. And when you actually pair this together with some of the Monstrum tacticals, you can get it for about $150 to $160, even less than that sometimes, for the set of the magnifier and now forward 2x mount. This code will not last forever, so if you were thinking about this, I would definitely grab one. I want to talk about a few other things like the glass clarity. It has very good and clear glass, and so you don't have to worry about the eye box and eye relief. You really just have to be concerned with that on your Prism optic. So this is going to work with every Prism optic that I review on the channel, so you'll definitely want to take a look at those. Again, all of the information and linking will be in the description below to not only this, but my favorite Monstrum tactical Prism optics at will that are going to mate up perfectly with this for distance and up close shooting. And this is such a cool thing. I can't believe nobody's done this before. Monstrum Tactical really stepped up and designed something that is just absolutely awesome. A micro compact 2x forward facing magnifier for Prism optics. Again, all the info will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.